Virtual Studios. I'm Skylar, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a flying butterfly puppet. To begin our project, you will need a pair of scissors, a black pen, any tape, scraps, some straws, any colored markers you want, and some paper. I'm going to show you two techniques. The first technique is going to be showing you how to draw your own butterfly. So, the first thing you're going to do is grab your sheet of paper and you're going to fold it in half. Now that it's folded in half, you're going to start off, take your pen, and you're going to do a quick little sketch of a long cylinder. You can do it on any side. If you're left-handed, you can do it on the left side. If you're right-handed, it'd be easier to do it on the right side. You're going to do this quick sketch along the fold of the paper. The next step is going to be doing two wings. The first one, you're going to start here, and it's like a big heart. So that's the one side of the heart, and then go a little smaller and go like that. And that is the top wing. And then for the bottom, you're going to do another heart. See how it looks like two hearts? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go a little bit thicker and outline or go on the inside of the butterfly wing. And it doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to add little details later. And then we're going to add our little cells. That's actually called cells. Butterfly wing cells. It's okay. Now I'm going to take a second to color in the different pieces. I'm going to color in the sectioning I made. I'm going to color it in completely black, and I'm going to thicken up these lines a little bit, just a little bit. So this is my butterfly, what I have colored in so far. I did this along this fold of my paper, and now I'm going to flip it and put it against any window or door, and I'm going to copy what I have. For copying it, all you need to do is the outline, and you can color it in later. And then when you unfold it, it'll be a perfect mirror image of the butterfly half you already drew. So here is my finished mirror image. The next thing I would do is color in these spaces that I have to perfectly match the other side. But I would like to show you another technique where if you don't have enough time, or you would like to have another butterfly, you can print out a butterfly. I would recommend a pretty big one, the size of a sheet of paper, and you can print out your butterfly. And now we are going to cut it out. And you would do the same thing for your other butterfly. When you finish coloring it, you're going to cut it out. So here we go. We are just going to quickly cut around the butterfly roughly so that we can easily cut out the little details. Alright, so now that I finished cutting it out, I'm going to color it. I'm going to lay it flat, and you can color it any way you want. Today I'm going to color it in a rainbow. And I'm just going to start at the edge. Alright, now that I finished coloring it, I am going to fold it down the middle, and I'm going to fold it against itself, so you should be seeing white on each side, and you're going to use your finger to press it down, or you could use a hard edge, a pen, a pencil, just something hard to push it down so it's a nice seam, and it should be a little folded piece. You're going to put it down just for a second, and you're going to get any scrap piece of paper, and you're going to look at the size of the body and the size of the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to fold it a little bit to make it just a little bit smaller. And this doesn't need to be perfect. And you're going to use your nails to make the seam really nice and defined. And you're going to flip it and do the same thing, so it's very, very defined and easy to rip with no scissors. So now that it's defined, you're going to go to the edge and you're going to pull. Sometimes it's a little hard, so you're going to rip it, and you're going to use your hands and pull opposite directions. Now that you have this, you're going to fold it in half again. Lots of folding in half. You're going to fold it in half and push down the seam. You're going to bring it over here to your butterfly. And you're going to look at it to make sure you can't see it on the other side. So you're going to keep it closed. Make sure you can't see it. And now you're going to get a piece of tape. And you're going to tape it down. I'm just going to put some tape on each side, and then flip it. Oh, I'm running out of tape. Right where this seam is, right here, I don't know if you can see it, you're going to hold your finger here, and you're going to push up. Push up until you feel it, and you're going to push down. So it's at the very edge of the butterfly. And it doesn't need to be perfect, just make sure it's on the edge. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side, just so that it's a very defined edge. Now that you have this piece, we are going to add another piece of tape to strengthen the seam. You're going to line it up right at the edge. And you're going to flip it over and make sure that that is very secure. It's okay if it overlaps. Now that that's done, now we're going to put it aside. Sorry. And you're going to take your straw. You're going to need 2 straws. And you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut down. It's easiest if you just cut down the pink line, or most straws have lines on them. So you're just going to cut down the line that's already there. Now that it's in half, you're going to bring this over and you're going to see how long this piece is. And take your little pen and just mark it so you know how far down you should cut. And now you're going to find your seam. You cut right there. So you're going to stick your scissors and you can see right where the line is. You're going to take your scissors and cut down just to that line. Alright, now that's there. You're going to stick this straw that you cut inside of this one. See that? It's inside of it. If you don't cut the straw completely in half, the straw will not fit inside. It'll only work unless you have 2 different size straws. So this is an easy way to do it. So you're making sure that it fits. You can take it out and grab your straw and wedge it between the paper. So it should stop right there. And you're going to take another piece of tape and put it on top of the straw and push it down so that it's flat. Push it down. And you're going to flip it and do the same thing. Now that you have that piece, you're going to take your other straw and you're going to bring it down here, and you're going to bring it all the way up to your edge of your paper, and you're going to hold it there with your hand, and you're going to measure again, and you're going to draw a little line. And this time you're going to bring it all the way around so you can see it on both sides. Now this time you're only going to cut on this line all the way to here and then stop. Now it's cut on both sides, and you're going to stick this straw inside of this one. It might be a little hard to do, but just take a little slow and turn it so that this piece is on each side of the butterfly. And you're going to push it all the way up. All the way up, keep pushing, and it's going to get a little harder. Once it's at the top, make sure, once it's at the top, you're going to push it down like we did before. Now you're going to open up your little butterfly. You're going to open it. Yeah. So you see that there's this little gap, and that's where you're holding. So your butterfly looks like it's flapping.